Hi, how y'all doing today? This is Deborah, and I am currently on a house sit. I felt the need to have one before I left on my sabbatical to Australia. First, one of the reasons that I decided to go ahead and do it local to just kind of get me mentally prepped up as to my packing, what I'm taking with me. Um, the thing about being on a house sit, being comfortable, or I should say being comfortable at home. Well, we'll talk about the level of comfortability, but being at home as things are, loose all over the place. I don't have to focus on anything in particular. If I need something, I just go and walk and get my hands on it. Well, as you know, or will know, traveling, you can't do that. You got to know what you need ahead of time. Um, I've gone to start a list of things that I'm reaching for that either I didn't bring, forgot to bring, didn't think about it. Um, and so that's one of the reasons that I am um sorry. One of the reasons that I'm doing this house that I have a beautiful companion here. I don't know if she'll come in or not. She's a little quiet. Um, but this is just one of the ways, and also to get some what I would consider to be some peace of mind. Can be used for that. um I have used it for that, uh for local, for just to kind of get away, new settings, new surroundings, new mindsets, new revelations, being in a new environment. um if anybody, uh, I'm not real organized, and so um, I don't mind coming to other people's space and watching their pets. And because I'm a pet person, pets have been a big part of my growing up, as far as emotional support. And this one is no different. And when I say emotional support, one of the reasons this year is my year, I call it radically unbecoming. I have been, how can I put it, holding on to a family secret for me for over 50 years. And I, later last year, I told my son, my parents or my authority figures had passed away. And I decided, um, last year, I got gray hairs, to talk to my siblings about things that happened between my father, my mother, and my grandmother with me. Some of the stuff they knew, the big hit they did not. Um, and I was not expecting the reaction that I got. Um, they were surprised, but here it is, almost 4 months later, and none of them has said that they, kind of knew or suspected anything, or, you know, um, I'm just in awe. I mean, this unbecoming for me is going to be an unbecoming of what I thought a sister was. Um, I'll put it like this: we are of the same blood, and but we are not. I at this point in the last few days, I realized they're not my family. We're related by blood, I guess, kin, um, in a loose sense, in a much more um, restrictive sense, we're kin, but they don't know me. Um, and and part of that is, you know, um, I may not know myself. I mean, I've been dealing and covering up this, dealing with this for over 50 years. You know, going through some things for, the whole trauma related behaviors I've been going through for 50 years. I thought it's actually over 50 years, but I kind of thought that they could see or sense that something's wrong. Maybe they just sense or see that this is just the way I was, perhaps, but I need to reevaluate what being a sister is, knowing your sibling. I just don't feel that they know who I am. So that's a big part of the reason why I'm going to Australia. I want to get in completely different surroundings with a different, well, relatively different type of government structure, new landscape, new animals, new, just because I'm in the process of, I want to go through the process of complete unfamiliarity and a rekindling and rebirth of me showing self-love, not being concerned about what they think, and I have been for a very long time. That's a big part of the reason why I didn't go into the issues that I was having with my parents, because they all seem to be talking glowing of my parents. And I'm not gonna call them out by name, because I realized in the past few months their names actually trigger me. Hearing their names in the conversation actually triggers me. So I'm working on something else to call them, not what they say outside their names, although over the years I have called them that. But I'll acknowledge their good attributes. It's just that I didn't experience, I'll put it like this. I felt like I experienced some of their good attributes by osmosis. I was there and they were being nice to my siblings. And so I got some of the, as I would call it, crumbs from the table from that. So, but yeah, but that's a big part of the reason why I'm taking a sabbatical. And, right now I have a little bit of money and my health. So I'm going to continue to work on that. Right now, there's, the realization that their blood, but not my family, just hit me this morning, kind of hard. So this is going to be short because I need to take a break. That kind of left my legs a little bit weak. And it's more so in a sense because of the length of time that I spent trying to protect their feelings and their emotions. And I realized that they don't know me. They don't, they've never asked why I've been so angry. They've never asked, not a whole lot. I'm trying to think. I don't recall at any point anybody asking me how I felt about my parents. When we get together, they're always glowing and positive and remembering positive things about my parents. And I'm sure my parents, they've done, I've observed them doing some good, but their personal relationship to me was just not, when I hear people talk about how they trust their mother and, relied on our father. I mean, and our parents, they provided for us financially. They did. But emotionally, it wasn't there for me. So, but anyway, use your house sits like I'm using my house sits if you can. I'm going to be on a sabbatical, not quite a year, probably about 6 months. I'm trying to get it up to 6 months. Right now I have 5 booked months of house sits in Australia. I'm looking for one more month, but it's okay if I don't, because I'll be coming back. I need to go back home and kind of get set, a little bit of stuff set up, because I need to get to another. I have a 1 month long sit on the Southwest that I'll be going to. Probably about a little bit more than a month after I get back. So, but yeah, no, but I use my house sits to decompress, to visit an area, to relax, to be myself, for relative quiet and peace, and to connect with what I call the fur kingdom, that I really do miss. But I travel quite a bit, so it wouldn't be feasible for me and my roommate to get a pet at this time. But yes, I use your house sits for those. If you've never tried it, you want to try something local, to make sure that this is something that you want to do, that you like it. Other than that, I think that's it. I think that's the reason why I house sit most of the time is new environments, peace of mind. Okay. And I'll put my link in there in the description. I'll also offer I have a free attach a free download coming. It's not ready yet. And that's part of my goal for being on this particular house sit, is to get some quiet time, some concentrated time that I can work on that. And when it becomes available, I will post it in the comments below, and you just click on that and get your free download. It is related to house sitting, some pointers that you could use for house sitting. Okay. All righty. Y'all take care. Thanks for listening. Bye.